I'm Dr. Mobi with Lifestyle TV, and thank you for watching our great live transmission all the way from MGM Casino. And today we are covering Mr. DC, an event to help the charities all around, homeless people around DC area and DMV area. So please join us and watch our live transmission on Facebook, YouTube. Check out Lifestyle TV USA, and thank you for watching our shows. Thank you. How are you doing?
Hi, doing great. Excited for this.
Okay, well, so Auntie, tell me about what are the expectations we should have from
I'm
the
expecting wonderful things from I believe this is the very first Mr. DC pageant.
Yeah.
And there is also a talent section, so I'm really excited about the talents.
And how nervous should be anybody who is contesting?
The contestants, I hope they're not. I think that this is a wonderful crowd, lots of family and friends here. So
Yeah.
everyone is going to do great.
Yeah, and I think they will do wonderful because I think they got great talent. As you can see here, all behind us is Jean, and we have beautiful crowd here, and look at everybody here on left and right. So
Quite the setup.
yeah, it's quite the setup. So Auntie, how nervous were you when you were?
I think I was much more nervous before getting into the pageants than actually at the pageant. Just the uncertainty because I didn't know this is my first one that I ever did.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. So we have beautiful, beautiful people around us, and as you can watch, everybody is excited, super excited here. And here we have Amreen. Amreen, how are you doing?
Good. How are you?
Amreen, tell me, what should we be looking for somebody with Mr. DC title?
We are looking someone, of course, I'm just joking. Someone with the whole talent, like a whole package, of course, we always look for. The person have a good personality, have to be good for Mr. DC, like he will be involved in some social activities or in some you can say this type of thing like where they can involve the whole community, all these not it's like not like a community event, but this is like something we are looking for someone who have who is the all rounder and can be perfect for the Mr.
Jane. And we have Jane here again. So how are you doing? How exciting is it? It's getting near and near the start of this.
There's a lot of excitement in the room because this is really a powerful thing that we're doing is we are creating role models in anger and we're raising money for the homeless people. The organization is called Johnson, and I am very excited to say that we have sold every single seat today.
Wow, congratulations.
Yeah, so it's a beautiful day, and God is really shining His light on this.
And the most important thing is when you have honesty and when you have dedication, somebody rewards you for sure, right?
Sure. Yes. Praise the Lord for that.
Thank you. And so, as you can see, we have beautiful people all around us, and we'll be covering one by one. So we have, this is the left and this is the right side here. And as you can watch, a lot of people all around here getting ready for
On the sixth day of Christmas, my true love gave to me. Who said 60 Soleil? Who's got that? You got it, good. 60 Soleil. Very nice. And 4.
how's it going so far?
I need some whiskey with this. On the seventh day of Christmas, my true love gave to me. Okay, 7 sounds of swinging right here. Sing, singing. Seven swans are singing.
Your bio is very impressive, and we are lucky to have you as one of our judges.
And more mockingbirds.
Rachel LaBeth, Miss Marilyn Hewitt.
Hi, so nice to meet you.
Three. Okay. On the eighth day of Christmas, my true love gave to me over here. Wait. Over here. You got eight minutes of looking. Can you sing anything? Anybody? What about the little and the virtual?
And today we are going to again do live streaming shortly for this important event. As you can watch behind us, and the stage is getting ready and she is excited. So what should we expect from today's event?
It is going to be like a combination of entertainment tonight and Dancing with the Stars. We have the men coming on stage to do their walk-in suit. They're going to do a talent, and then they're going to have on-stage questions. So it's going to be so much energy and excitement for the crowning of Mr. DC.
And I'm super excited, and thank you for organizing this. Means a lot to all these homeless people, which we are trying. That is the important thing. There's excitement for sure, but there's a big humanity element to it. And this is Dr. with just hit the recording is on?
Yeah, it's on.
Okay. Today I have with me Dr. Shehbaz. He's a great friend as a psychiatrist and he's working here in DC area. So doctor, thank you for supporting and coming all the way. I know he's on call, but he still managed to come today. So what do you think is important to support charity events like that?
So the most important thing is to get the word out, spread the word, and
With Lifestyle TV, and today I'm honored to be judged here at Mr. DC, and I have with me beautiful Jessica.
Hi everyone.
And we'll be both judging, and so let's sit and Jessica, what do you think will be most important? Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. Oh, sorry. Yes. So, what do you think is the most important thing?
I think the most important thing for me is how well someone speaks and like their whole overall stage presence. Because I think when it comes to presenting yourself, anyone can help you with how you dress or like your makeup or like your hair, anything. But nobody can really teach you how to talk. That's something that you have within you, it's a talent. So I really look forward to someone who's really well spoken.
Okay, very good. And I'll be looking forward to other things too. And like she said, there are things which anyone can do, but there are things which are natural. So I would be looking for natural things which anyone can become Mr. DC. So this is for my take on
That's what the foundation of this event is for, Mr. DC 2020. And before we kick everything off, I would like to, actually I can't do this without her. She's incomparable, and you know her as the international star that she is, but Halima Mira will be co-MC tonight. And so we're going to follow pretty much with the structure as you see it in your pamphlets. And but before we really begin everything as protocol would dictate, I'd like to ask Bishop Lacey if he would come up and offer the opening prayer.
Good evening, everyone. We know in all things we must give thanks, so may we bow our heads in prayer. Almighty God, Jehovah Jireh, our provider, we are humbled for this day and thankful in heart. We're grateful for the organizers of this event, and we appreciate the gifts and talent in each individual. We thank you for this day and the provision you've provided. Thank you for your loving kindness and tender mercies. Thank you for loving us whereby we can love one another. Thank you for everyone who have come to witness. And Lord, I ask you to grace us this evening with your presence. Show yourself to be among us with joy and laughter. Reveal yourself in fun and fellowship. May everything that is said and done bring glory to your name. Amen.
Thank you so much. Would you all please, we have a special presentation, so if you would all stand please for a presentation of colors and the national anthem. free home of the brave. So tonight, this evening, I'm looking around, I see the anticipation, but I'm not going to belabor this because I know you guys are ready to go. So let's do this. Let's bring up Miss District of Columbia.
Thank you, and hello DC, and welcome to the first ever Mr. DC 2022 pageant and charity event. As Mrs. DC America 2020, I am so honored to partner with Fox 5 Plus to create a pageant for men to highlight their outstanding achievements. Men that are devoted to their families, their community, and their professions. And on a personal note, I would like to say that my husband truly inspired me to want to have this pageant for men because he has the heart of a king. And now I want to say thank you to all the incredible sponsors. We could not have done this without you. You are so amazing, and you saw the vision and the power of the crown. And last, I want to say, it is my pleasure to announce Dr. Dennis Humphrey, who is coming up to speak. He is also a TV host for Global Television Network. And he is going to be the master of ceremonies for this incredible event. Thank you.
Miss Jean Ann Roberts, thank you very much. Thank you very much. And I think one of the things that's, thank you, as important, because these men who are going to be showcased today, it's an image that is going to be projected, that young men, it matters your poise, it matters how you present yourself, but it also matters how you think and how you structure your mind to assist in the growth, not only for themselves, but for those who are modeling and looking at them. So, Eileen, I think we have a very special presentation and guest. Would you like to introduce him?
I think you should do the honors.
I will do so.
Since you're better looking.
Mr. Clint Bowers. Yeah. We've had the presentation of the colors, we've had the national anthem, and we've had Miss DC America, so now I think it appropriate, and I'll allow you to introduce.
Okay, thank you, sir. Good afternoon, everyone. I hope you're all feeling safe, happy, and healthy at this wonderful event, and it's an honor to be here. I believe this is the first annual. What a privilege it is to honor people in a time of need on the good things we do as a nation. I'll let my song speak for me. During the pandemic, I was going back to college after an accident on a Broadway show, and Black Lives Matter happened. And I tell the story that I was on my way to the ocean to keep driving in Santa Monica. The people didn't want certain numbers here, I'm just going to keep going. And then I saw a group of non-black people protesting, and it changed everything. No man stands alone. Each man's joy is joy to me. Each man's grief is my own. We need one another. each one as my brother, each one as my friend. Oh, beautiful for spacious skies, for amber waves of green, for purple mountains, majesty above the fruited plain. America, America, God shed his grace on thee and crowned thy good on otherhood, from the sea to shining sea. I saw the people gathered, I heard the music play, the songs that they were singing, keep ringing in my heart. We need one another, so I will defend, reinvest each man as my brother, each man as my friend. America, America, God shed his grace on thee and crowned thy good on brotherhood, from sea to shining sea, from sea to shining
Thank you again, Clint Bowers. Very quickly, one of the ways that this pageant, if you will, began was as a result of this a single person bringing a lot of other people together. And so I want to introduce and allow her to speak, Ms. Nalima Mira, who was a catalyst for bringing all of us together. And then, of course, this spawned into Mr. DC 2022.
Thank you very much, my love. Thank you. Is your microphone? I know you're better looking than me, but I think your microphone is better than mine too. So. Hello. Yeah. See, I have a more romantic voice than you. Ladies and gentlemen, bonjour, bonsoir, namaste, good evening. I just wanted to tell you before I begin, CPA Garg's wife, Mrs. Shifali Garg, is sitting at the wrong spot. I think you belong to the table here with the tally auditions, please. I think Dr. Mira will forgive me. Anyway, I am Nilima Mehra, like my loved Dr. Humphrey said. I've been in broadcasting for the last 51 years. I'm the first Indian American, or Desi I should say, on Fox 5, mainstream American television. I was a young kid when I started radio. From there, it went on to television. And I never looked back. By profession, I'm a scientist, a biochemist. I'm married to a very handsome-looking doctor, Dr. Rajesh Mehra. I have 3 children who are all doctors, and the 4th one is also a physician. I have 3 grandchildren who are absolutely precious to me. I just wanted to tell you, like Dr. Humphrey said, that this conversation of Mr. DC actually began behind the camera of Global Television Networks in the studio. Lots happen. I kiss him, he kisses me, we go out to dinners, I go out with Dr. Crossland, we say a lot of things, I go out with CPA Singh, but I take permission from Mrs. Singh. I go out with CPA Garg without permission. So lots and lots of things happen in the studio, and this was one of them. I must say that besides my profession and besides being a media person, I'm a die-hard believer of philanthropy. I was brought up to support the poor. Right now, Global Television Networks supports over 200 organizations, nonprofit in the world. The biggest being food, shelter, medicine, clothing for children in Uganda, and so forth. So we support. So this is a charity event. And when Dr. Humphrey said, Nilima, do you want to be beside me? I said, when was I not beside you? I met many contestants outside, and every time I spoke to one, I said, I think I'm going to fall in love with you. Then I said, I'm already in love with Dr. Humphreys, Mr. DC. Then I stepped onto the next one, and I said, he's even better looking, and he speaks so soft. Then I stepped, I said, think of Dr. Humphreys. My mother said, look, love everybody, touch everyone, but you only go home with one who you've gotten married to. So I love the world. You're all mine. You're all mine. I love everybody. I think we are having this competition at MGM. MGM begins with M. This is a magnificent competition, M. This is a marvelous audience, M. This is a mystical, mysterious event. Who will get the crown? M. Mrs. Mehra, your MC, M. Don't forget that. Please don't forget that. So that's I, me, myself from Fox 5 Plus in Washington, D.C. We beam into all the homes, 6.3 million homes. I should now pass the microphone over to my loved boy, I should say, Dr. Dennis Humphrey, who will now take over. Thank you all for coming.
And this is going to be a shameless plug, not for me, but it's amazing because I really just found out about the Mrs. DC, the Miss DC America, and the wonderful people who've been participating in it. And interestingly enough, Mrs. DC America 2021, without knowing it, was really the catalyst for this. She was at one of the segments and she was being interviewed and was kind enough to take a picture with my niece. And then of course she granted me a picture. And while we were having the conversation, it was, well, who's Mr. DC? And she said, oh, well, we don't have one of those. And I said, well, my son would be perfect. And of course, then Dr. Crosland heard that, and then Mrs. DC 2020, DC America 2020, Jean Ann Roberts, she took this like, I don't know, it was like she was, chasing after a piece of meat. She was like, I'm gonna make this happen, we're gonna make this happen. She was beating on doors, she was doing all of these wonderful things. So I wanted folks to know that you're really the start of this, all right? Thank you. And so now I would like to ask the Honorable Kashina Cross, Mayor of Glen Arden, Maryland, if she would come up and address us in her own way.
Well, hello. This is magnificent. This is marvelous. And Miss Mara here is fantastic. Okay. Thank you all so much. The grandeur in this room is breathtaking. As I look at the judges here, I know that you have a journey ahead of you, but I acknowledge that you're well capable of doing it. I am the Honorable Kashina A. Cross from the city of Glenarden. I am from a city that is 82 years young. So I am its third African-American female woman mayor. So I bring to you a little uniqueness of my own. But without further ado, I am here to bring you greetings from the mayor of D.C., District of Columbia. So, without further ado, as the mayor of Washington, now you have to picture me in the face of the Honorable Muriel Bowser. So make sure that you see her when you see me. As the mayor of Washington, D.C., I am pleased to extend greetings to the attendees, participants, and organizers of Mr. D.C. 2022 charity event. The Mr. D.C. 2022 charity event is a valuable asset to our community, the District of Columbia. Thanks to the celebration and the elevation of positive male communities, or who we are in need of for this community service to be performed in 2022 by each of the 12 winners of Mr. D.C. 2022 competition. I offer my heartfelt thanks and congratulations to all Mr. D.C. 2022 contestants, for each of you have already shown yourselves to be honorable, accomplished men who are fiercely dedicated to family, work, and community. You are all tremendous assets to our community, and you are all winners. My thanks also to the organizers, the volunteers, the supporters, contributors, and everyone who helped to make this event possible. You have all played an important role in helping to honor and celebrate men and giving back to your communities. So on behalf of the 712,000 residents of Washington, D.C., I wish you a wonderful and enjoyable event. And on behalf of the 6,500 members of the city of the illustrious Glenarden, Maryland, from its mayor, Kashina A. Cross, fantastic evening to you all.
Thank you. I think she was majestic. Do you agree? A big round of applause. Thank you so much. Thank you. And with those majestic words, we are now going to proceed on to introduce our good-looking judges out here. Yeah, you're all good-looking. I don't know who's the best one, really, honestly. All right, I will do the honors of introducing the very first one. Our first judge today is Miss Ellen Bryant. She is a television talk host, health coach, author, and a speaker. Every morning, she helps people start their day on television in Washington, D.C. as the host of Great Day Washington. That's WUSA 9. She also knows a lot about beauty pageants and talents. Mind you, she was herself Miss Ohio 2011. So here she is gracing Mr. D.C. And she competed for the Miss America 2012 title. That's Miss Lady in Red. Thank you.
And for our second judge, so I get to be biased, so I'm going to do this. Dr. Mandira Nandani Niran is a double board certified physician specializing in neurology and interventional pain. She's the founder and medical director of Human Condition MD, which broadcasts on Fox 5 Plus Television, Washington, D.C. Dr. Mara is heard worldwide, weekly on her podcast about recent advances in medicine, and I'll stop there. She's amazing, so Dr. Mara.
Thank you. Okay, Dr. Humphrey. The third judge for today, ooh, I don't know. He's good looking. He walked into the studio and I said, wait, I know you're good looking, but I have my own.
And then she pushed me to the side.
No! Would I just Okay. He is none other. There's another doctor, by the way. Too many doctors here. Dr. Mobi. He's a board certified sleep specialist. He's a television host and a podcast recognized as one of the top 60 hosts on the planet as per Hollywood News in 2020. The Hollywood Digest recognized Lifestyle TV USA with Dr. Mobi as Best Lifestyle Show 2020. Dr. Mobi, thank you for your service.
And our next judge, Miss Jessica Wilson. And we've got a lot of brains on the board here. A cybersecurity engineer. She holds the title of Miss World America Delaware 2020 and is now the reigning Miss Pakistan USA 2021. So we are absolutely delighted to have her on the panel because her expertise in pageantry and of course one of the industry leaders in pageantry and of course beauty, our judge, Miss Jessica Wilson.
Thank you for your services here this evening. Our next judge, a lady who's delicate, a lady who's gracious, a lady who speaks nothing but like a nightingale. She came into our studio and instantly I fell in love with her. She is our next incredible judge, Mrs. DC America 2021, Angie Wee. She continues her crown, Mrs. America, and she's also a fashion content creator and a well-known stylist in Washington, D.C., and I love that color on you. Thank you.
Now I have to ask if Dr. George Holmes is in the audience. I'm sorry? He's an honorary judge. Okay, so our honorary judge, should he show up, interestingly enough, has assisted 5 United States presidents, recipient of the Presidential Lifetime Achievement Award, is a contributor to the highly acclaimed book, Mr. President, and I would think, having worked with 5 United States presidents, as an honorary person, he can judge whomever and however he would like. So if he shows up, we will welcome him, but in the absence, we have these 5 incredible judges, so please, again, if you would give them a warm welcome. And so now, Mr. Clint Bowers, would you join us again, sir?
Thank you.
Gina, were you going to sing later? I was just checking. No.
Thank you, sir. I didn't know I was going to have a set, but you know. So, this has become sort of a signature song for me. I did appropriately a few years ago for the homeless in Los Angeles. Hope in the Valley, who now has many, many shelters that they're building in South Central LA for homes to go into, little tiny houses with 2 bedrooms. Time goes, here we are. Time flows, here we are. Like the stars, here we are. Here we are, like the stars in the red coat. I see them blue for me and for you. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see clouds of white and skies of blue, bright blessed day and the dark sacred night. And I think to myself, yes, it's a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow are pretty in the sky, are also in the faces of the people walking by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? Yes, I see red faces and white faces and yellow faces and brown faces and all different shades of brown and black and how do you do? They're also saying, yes, they're also saying, I love you. I love you. Look to the person next to you and say, I love you. And look to the person next to you and say, let's say it out loud. I love you. I love you. Come on. I love you. Yes, we do love each other. And so does God. Especially God. I hear babies cry. I watch them grow. They'll know much more than we'll ever know. And that's a good thing. And I think to myself, thank you. It's a wonderful world. And I think to myself, it's a wonderful world. It's a wonderful world. It's a wonderful, 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 y'all sound good. Thank you. That was amazing. Wonderful. Oh, I'm sorry. Marvelous. That was marvelous. Magnificent. Okay. So with that, we are now going to start introducing. Try it now. Yes. So we're going to start introducing the contestants, and they are ready and nervous, so please, as they come in, shower them with love. Show them that they don't need to be nervous.
Are you excited?
That you love them.
Are you excited? Come on, put your hands together like the Washington way. Are you excited for this
The first person wants to be a role model to others, to show no matter who you are or where you're from,
all the struggles you have been through, you can stand exactly where he is now. He wants to be a man of influence, be kind, and bring awareness that you can be whatever you want to be in life. Mr. Kimo Basim from Aldi, Virginia. Let's hear it, let's hear it, let's hear it! Behind the microphone. He has to do that without a mic and just looking at you guys. That was amazing. I don't have that confidence. You can tell.
No, he does.
Kimo, thank you.
Very nice, very nice. Okay, Dr. Humphrey, I think the next contestant is Mr. Ryan L. Henson. Mr. Henson, he's from Glen Burnie. Is it Virginia? Maryland. Oh, I was right. Never wrong. Okay, Mr. Ryan L. Henson from Glen Burnie. He says, I love DC, and I want to support this pageant and the organizations and the charities and this pageant, especially to help humanity. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Henson. All right, who wants him to be Mr. DC? Huh? Anyone from there? Shame on you, boo. All right, the next contestant.
Yeah, but think about this one. This person does celebrity makeovers, makeup, celebrity. So he is well trained, and I would say probably a gift to a lot of people. So let's welcome Mr. Yasser Bashir.
All right, excellent. Just a jacket. Oh, by the way, Dr. Humphreys, there's no swimsuits here, right? All right, that's fine, Dr. Humphreys. The next contestant is David Wiggins from Ashburn, Virginia. And he says, you know what? I'm interested in participating in the Mr. DC pageant because I consider myself to be a loving husband, a loving father, a successful professional mentor, and a positive role model in my community and now in our community. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. David Higgins. Please put your big hands This is my 28th year judging Miss India, by the way. So, yeah, and I judge internationally. And I must say, it's a tough call sitting in that chair. Because, like I said, you fall in love with one, then you step back. So be very careful. And I have to say, one of my judges walked in a little late, but he sure is sharp, good looking.
Sharp.
In red.
That's cut quality.
Oh!
Yeah. You bleed when you wear that. That's
Very
it.
Very good looking. Okay, Dr. Humphreys.
You guys remember we said we had someone who has served under 5 U.S. presidents.
Yes.
So I would say he's not late, he is just fashionably on time. So if you would give another round of applause for our judge, Dr. George Thomas.
Thank you, sir.
Our next contestant, I really like doing this one. Absolutely loves working for the community and shared, of course, loves winning. But when you have enough confidence to simply be known as Push. Bring it in.
This is my time. This is my hour. This is my pain. This is my name. This is my power. If it's my rain, then it's my shower. This pole position, I made a lane cause they blocked ours. Boys, block leaders, gold diggers, don't stop either. Motivation is misguided. If we hit the mark, then it's not needed. Carry on and carry on. On my side, integrity. Call me daddy from the complex. Turn on his mothers with Mary Mom. No excuses, no regard. Step on the grill in the car now. 20,000 on cotton guards, and I'm speaking Spanish like God, Mom. But I'm keen to push. This keen to push. I rap about track, don't see the hooks. When slot talk, miss me with all the pop talk. When the lights on, you won't get us dead. You point the sights like an eye shot. But that's my fault.
Very nice, very nice. Lovely picture. And mind you, this is how he is on television. As an anchor, he'll just sit there and his jacket would go, and Carlos would go, is he ready? And then again, he'll go, and he is ready. And that's exactly how he's more than ready to be a participant in here.
Push from Washington, D.C.
D.C., yes.
Yeah.
Thank you. Dr. Humphreys, our next contestant is Mikhail White. He is from Ashburn, Virginia. And he says, I believe that Mr. DC pageant will change my life. Yeah, hang around us and you'll certainly see that. He says he's hoping it will give him the exposure he needed to do when he was destined to do. And he's quite a humanitarian. Mr. Mikhail White, sir. Astonishing, beautiful, marvelous. All right, our next contestant is Mr. Greg Kelly from Norton, Virginia. And he says, as an upcoming model and actor, I have been involved in community service and reaching out to donate, help those in need. He says, a friend indeed is a friend in need. And he teaches youth classes. And he says, I wished I had learned all this growing up. And I said to him backstage, it's never too late. Winning Mr. DC would help give him a platform to better serve others. Mr.
And here's how beautiful this works. See us working together? This is how beautiful this is. See, there is a 7 before 8. There's a 7 before 8. She's 8. I'm 7. So that means I get to go. Do I give permission?
No.
Do I give consent? Do I give?
No.
Because I've got a contestant who really wants to come up.
Oh.
You mind?
I've always been nice to you.
Okay, thank you. Because we're going to bring somebody before Norton, Virginia. We're going to bring Bethesda, Maryland.
Oh, you take the sides for Maryland. Okay,
To
go for
share
it.
with families the importance of community when dealing with loved ones who have mental illnesses. So, Bethesda, Maryland, let's welcome Ron Payne.
What you say? Sometimes we go through life and things don't work out the way you want them all the time. As you grow older, you kind of learn to live with the joys and pains of life, y'all. Can I get a witness to that? Everybody knows about them joys and them pains, man. Put your hands together, y'all. Get that. Magnificent contestant I've already read is Mr. Craig Kelly.
You know, I'm loving this because I know you're looking at waiting for them to come up here, but I've been noticing that as they go back, I mean, they're congratulating each other, right? So the pageant really is larger than individuals. So our next contestant is from Falls Church, Virginia. So you can see why he was encouraged to do this by his friends. All I can think of is Bernie Mac. Who you with? Everybody, we know who you're with. And you brought them out of the woodworks.
All right, settle down, everybody.
We've got more. We've got more.
Settle down, DC. Let's see others an opportunity to walk the stage. Behind you. I mean, I know I come from the wild woods, but I didn't know I'll be faced with more wild people. But I'd love to meet them.
These are energetic.
I know, vibrant. Vibrant. All right, our next contestant is again Ashburn, Virginia. Okay. Woo! I don't know who he is.
I don't think it matters.
At this point, All right, his name is Mr. Harmon Barrar. Woo! Yeah, I got it. Wow! Yeah. He said, you know what? Because I was invited to participate in the pageant, and I think it's a great opportunity, so I said, what the heck, why not? No, Mr. Harmon Barrar. Come on down, baby.
Next and final contestant to showcase for you is from Alexandria, Virginia. Now he believes this contest is another calling for him to contribute to the community. understands that this event is about honoring and respecting men and their chivalry and masculinity. He has a lot to teach men about masculine energy, and he's going to show you some of that talent later. But for now, Omario Granados, ladies, join us.
All right, Dr. Humphreys, I think this audience is 1, 2, 3, 2 hours in the middle. Can I just take 30 seconds?
I think so.
Okay, who do you think is going to be crowned Mr. DC?
I'm a write-in candidate. I'm a write-in candidate, Dr. Murr, so when you see my name on the bed.
Think, don't shout, think. Who do you think is going to be Mr. DC? Dr. Humphreys, take it over. We definitely have favorites of favorites.
If you will, again, give all 12 of our contestants a round of applause, please. Thank you. We're going to keep this moving because now we have the talent portion of the event, and we're going to mix it up a little bit because some of these are so special they have accompanists, and so we have to give them time. So let's see, what if we start with these? Let's see. This District of Columbia 2020, who do you think should come first? Who do you think should go first? I'm telling you, if you had any idea how much work she put behind the scenes, she deserves to get to pick. Is that a story?
Hey, Charming, what's your name, darling?
Ron. That's Ron.
Oh. All right.
Okay.
If Mrs. DC says Ron, then Ron it be.
Ron it is. Ron.
What does he do?
I'm going to let him introduce it. If you would come up, you can tell him exactly what you're going to do. How about that? Because you are the first person. Come on up and join us. We're going to make you an honorary MC. Ron, I believe you can tell them best exactly what you're going to do. What do you think?
Just share my story with you, have an intimate conversation.
This is talent.
Let me move to the drums, okay?
Ooh, so he's not ready.
Yeah. Ron is going to play the drums for us. And I think you're in for a treat because I heard him warming up earlier.
Yes, and he was super good too.
real drummers have to change their shoes. He's putting on some comfortable shoes so he can hit that snare and the others.
Here we go.
Yeah, ask somebody. Thank you, brother.
All right, I think we can get Simo. Simo, are you ready now?
But I want to offer something before he comes up. Yeah, okay.
Oh, okay, got it.
But as an entertainer, when you have things that don't go perfectly well, and you push through anyhow, you don't stop, it says a lot about you. Ron, even though he was trying to sink, I mean, not giving up and going through that and then taking over as a solo, that's an entertainer. So let's bring up Mr. Ryan Henson. Ryan.
He's also on keyboard. I don't know if he's ready. But
We'll send it up.
Mikhail White is, because he just said.
Yeah.
Is he ready?
Ryan?
All right,
Your
so-
keyboard, sir? You need it up here? Whatever we need to do. There it is. It's over there waiting for him.
I just had to make sure my keyboard worked a little bit. Now, gosh, it's such a beautiful audience. Now, my dad had passed away in 2018. And one of the things he told me right before he passed away was that one of the scariest things he's ever done was perform in front of a live audience. And the first time I was on stage, I was 4 years old, and I was actually with him. And he was singing a song called I Can't Help Falling in Love with You by Elvis Presley to my mom, who was in the audience. So I'd like to dedicate the first part to my dad and the second part to my mom.
Mom and I are good friends because that's my favorite song. Very, very nice. Thank you. Very touching. All right, and our next. I know.
I'll get you, buddy. Get your little dog. All right, let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. Who do we have next?
I think Simo should be ready, Miss America. Is she ready now? Darling, are you ready, Simo?
All right, please.
The Price is Right with Bollywood Dance. Give it up for Simo!
Oh,
All of the M's.
All the M's.
And now, we're going to have Mikhail White.
And he's supposed to sing.
Yes.
Dance together, please.
Thank you. All right. Thank you for having me. This is going to be my first time singing in front of a crowd of people, so please take it easy. I find it hard to sing in front of one person, but you know, this is a song that I enjoy to sing, and it's in my range, so I'm excited to sing it for you. Yeah, that's better, that's better. Okay, let's just try that again. Can we start over? Sorry about that, that was the time punch. Yeah, yeah. She said, don't be dumb enough to lie. I ain't mean to say that, girl. I was drunk and I was high. The crib, we in a brand new ride. She looking mighty, mighty fine. On the move. I'm so sorry. Try that one more time. Please bear with me. This is very, different for me. We get some more. Yeah. And she said, don't be dumb enough to lie. Yeah. I ain't mean to say that, girl. I was drunk and I was high. Yeah. So we left the crib and we in a brand new ride. Yeah. And I was high. Yeah. One more time. Yeah, I'm so excited. Yeah. She said, don't be dumb enough to lie. I didn't mean to say that, girl. I was drunk and I was high. Yeah. So we left the crib and we in a brand new ride. She looking mighty, mighty fine. I wanted a girl who was down to earth, but she wants the earth and the sky. These are my problems. Got this one on my love that will start with the cold. It's crazy how I made it that way. Every time I see her out, I see the hate in her face. Like, why you do that? Telling you wanna be great, but sleeping until the next day. Like, why you do that? Telling you wanna, but next week you do your own thing. Why you do that? I can't explain it, but just know it's working for me. She texts me, I hate you, I hate you, I hate you, I hate you. Now how the hell can you hate me? But I ain't did, but be the real thing. And she know I'm a real, that'll never change. I'm trying to be the one, I cannot explain. Why you chase some feels, I'ma sip on this drain, cause it eats on my brain. Yeah, I got real stuff to stress about, girl, I ain't worried about this. Remember how to build you, I ain't worried about this. Build you, I ain't worried about this. Remember how to build you, yeah. So I found me a new thing, I'm not as shame. Yeah, we done crashed with a burn, but baby, you don't blame. Yeah, see, I wanted love, but she wanted love and the fame. She came for my money and everything. I wanted a girl who was on the move, but you just wanna take everything. Listen, my problems, got this one in my bed and she just wanna sleep. Messing up all of the sheets, she only wake up to eat. Doing it every week, like why you do that? Crying, you wanna be great, but sleeping until the next day. Why you do that? Say you got much in the bag, you go while she ordered a steak. Like why you do that? She can't explain it, but says it was working for her. She claiming she down on her luck, but really she don't give a. And I cannot make it up, right? She know I'm the real, I know I'm the real thing. When you catch the feels, I'm a sip of this drain. Catch it, it's easing the pain. Yeah, yeah, that's stuff. I ain't worried about this, no. People try to build you, I ain't worried about this, no. It's about girl, I ain't worried about this. People try to build you, yeah. Yeah, so I can use my new thing, yeah. See, I think it's got a hotel tonight. I got plenty queens in my hotel tonight. I got plenty queens in my hotel tonight. It's a new thing, I just lost you back. I got plenty queens in my hotel tonight. We just drank tonight. Yeah. So I found me a new thing, and I know it's a new thing. I got plenty queens in my hotel tonight.
Every singer is methodical, and he was absolutely methodical. He just wouldn't do it till he was right. So thank you so much.
I went to a concert in San Diego, and the performing artists came out, and the sound system wasn't working properly. They had some of the instruments in the wrong place, and the artist came out and said, no, because it does not serve my audience well for me to perform before I'm ready. So it may have taken a few tries, but I think it was worth the wait. All right. And our next performer, known as Push. And he's going to share a story with us.
Mr. DC, we need to close the door, please. Or management, please. Thank you. And the other one as well, please. Singing is just as difficult as storytelling, so we need to pay ultimate. The other door also needs to shut, please. If you don't mind, please close the door. Shut the door, please. I think every artist needs to be recognized, every artist needs to be respected. That's the way I look at it. All right, the mic is all yours. I know you're working.
Hey guys, first off, thank you all so much for coming out. And I'm kind of jealous of Dan right now, so I'm going to do my best right now. I'm going to read you guys a short story that I wrote back in college, but this story doubles as a riddle. So your job is, while I'm reading this, I want you all to try and figure out who or what I am. But please don't scream at your neighbors. The story is called Sometimes I Wish I Was Blind. I'm often caught in the spotlight. People love me and I have no idea why. From children to kittens to girls of all ages, they all seem to be intrigued by one thing, me. But I think I might be socially awkward. When anyone comes near me, I just freeze up. It's like I'm petrified. I really don't know what they all see in me. Am I pretty? Is it my eyes? Does my silence make me trustworthy? I really can be mean. Sometimes I just want to tell them how stupid they look. That even when I work up the courage, just screaming at the top of my lungs, they act like they can't hear me. But how can they ignore me if they're looking right at me? Am I seeing things? Are they blind? Are they deaf? Am I just crazy? Do I even exist? Oh God, here I go again in another existential crisis. But really, what good am I? I can never do anything by myself. People have to take me places, but they'd rather just take the cute little ones with them instead. Oh, and what's up with those flashbot things that make people so happy? I hate those things. Every time someone uses one on me, I can't see for a week. But then again, that is 1 week that I don't have to watch them make dumb kissy faces at me. It was fun at first, but after a while, it just got old. And when younger girls started doing it, it just made me feel like such a creeper. I promise it isn't my fault. I can't look away. I don't know why. I just can't. Oh my God, maybe I am a creeper. Why can't I look away? I'm not guilty if they come to me, right? I'm the victim here. There's nothing I can do. I've tried so hard to make them stop, but I'm just petrified when they come near me. I wish I could just push them away and call the cops on them. This is abuse. I'm not in China anymore. This is America. I have rights. Is it not cruel and unusual to lock me away in a dark room and just come in whenever they like and blind me with their flash boxes? They have no remorse when they do it. Can they plead insanity? Every time they do it, they get these really creepy, evil grins. They even mock me with their kissy faces. There's no way they're sane. Who could just do that to poor old me? I've never done anything to anybody. I'm probably the nicest person you've ever met. I always wonder why God put me in this world. Am I here to see all the ugly that's put in front of me? And just be happy that I'm not as weird as they are? But it's so hard to be grateful when they see me as someone they can confide in. Would that make me a hypocrite? I would certainly feel rotten. But then again, why should I feel bad for my torturers? Oh my God, I have Stockholm Syndrome. These guys don't deserve my sympathy when all they do is mock me, torture me, laugh at me every chance they get. I just really
So Vishma, who do you think will be the winner?
I don't know. It's hard to choose because there are so many wonderful contestants. So there may be a tie. That's why it is taking some time. So we'll see. I have 2, 3 in my mind.
Give your favorite.
My favorite, I think, I don't know, but it's so hard to say one. But there are 2, 3 top, like Ryan, and I think David, and then the Tony guy.
Okay, so that's
brother.
Wittenberg.
Yes. So let's see.
Right.
Fingers crossed.
All right, guys, come on.
So,
Come down, please.
Yes, and I'm Rachel Labatt. And
Rachel?
Rachel Labatt, Miss Maryland, United States.
So who do you think is gonna win?
I think dance seems to be the most popular. Half the population is dance.
Dance. Dance. So who do you think is gonna win? Dance.
They're all.
Dance. Who do you think is gonna win? Dan. Who do you think is gonna?
Absolutely Dan.
I should have left the white and then done like the.
Who do you think is gonna win?
I don't know.
Yeah, say Bashir. Yeah.
My brother got away. When our childhood home was raided, I lost track of him as they loaded us into long moving rooms. I've had a tortured life since birth, but I just thought of a way to get revenge. I heard some people say that if I break, then they get 7 years of bad luck. So maybe that's why God made me a mirror. I want you guys to be very honest, because I don't actually have anything to give to the winners. But raise your hand if you actually guessed that I was a mirror before I said that. 4 people? Brownie points to you guys. Much love. Thank you guys.
Very nice. Beautiful. Mirror, mirror on the wall, huh? Who's the fairest of them all?
You are. See, I know what I'm supposed to do.
Are we, Dr. Crosland, are you here? Are we sharing the same limousine after this?
I've been given orders. So here are the orders. How many of you are enjoying yourselves now? Did we do well in picking? I shouldn't say we picked them because they volunteered. So an incredible group of men, DC, Maryland, and Virginia. Give them one more round before we start again.
Mr. DC starts with an M.
That's correct.
All right, the next one. Ooh, another poem. All right, this very gentleman came on stage. He was good looking, and I reserve my comments. And he is now going to recite a poem. Who is he? I will respect him by saying, Mr. Rattenberg. He's gorgeous. You're gorgeous.
I'm somewhat speechless, I think. This has been an amazing moment, the love that I was shown. So, for talent, she told you what it's going to be. I figured, I would give you an estate planning seminar or something like that. But 3 to 5 minutes on a stage at a family show. I'm not a poet. I have not written many poems in my lifetime, but I wrote one, so bear with me. This poem is basically about my life and how the older I get, the faster time goes. So buckle up for some spoken word. The Time of My Life by Daniel Ruttenberg. The first book I read all the way through was Go Dogs Go. I recommend it to you. I must have been 3 or 4 at the time. I was so proud of myself. I was in my
prom. This was a big accomplishment, you see, for instead of games or watching TV, I sat down for about an hour to read. An hour was such a long time, indeed. Middle school was tough. It sucked being bullied. I had to stand up for myself to be freed. Time seemed to drag during these years of strife. I could not wait to move on with my life. Now, high school was fun. I came into my own. Parties, friends, and girls, I was in the zone. Back then, I thought time was starting to fly. But I had no clue how time can go by. One of the best times of my life was college. Not just because I gained so much knowledge. I was free. I worked hard. I had goals and dreams. And bar activities meant different things. Eventually, I was ready to go. 5.5 years is a long time, you know. I had to start my career. I was enthused. Time for my CPA training to be used. But accounting sucked. It was not for me. Had I wasted my new college degree? I needed a fresh start. Time to change gears. I gave law school a try. What's 3 more years? Next, the bar exam. I was in a haze. I had been a dad for just 14 days. Fatherhood is such a wonderful thing. My little girl makes my heart shout and sing. Holding her was an amazing feeling. It was like I could walk on the ceiling. I tuck her snug under her cover. I cannot express how much I totally love her. Sarah was just starting to walk, and then I closed my eyelids, and she was 10. Now 24, getting a PhD. Getting her doctorate in chemistry. Okay, at this point, I may sound a bit braggy, but how long until I'm a granddaddy? I argued at the Supreme Court. It's true. Best line was, la la la, I can't hear you. I actually did that. For my day job, I do estate planning, and as many of you here know, but I can be found at Secrets Tanning. Many think I only wear a necktie, although some now call me the Caps Beer Guy. Lucky in love I have certainly been. When I met her, I heard a violin. The love of my life I have found. Growing old with Catherine, I am bound. College degree, CPA, fatherhood, JD and LLM are very good. But what I do best, bring folks together. I host events in any weather. Parties with purpose I have often planned. Cards for kids made over 400 grand. And let's not forget my crazy parties. At least the rules don't mention donkeys. I have accomplished much in my life so far. But Mr. DC, this is too bizarre. The older I got, the faster time flies. This trip's so quick. Is time still on my side? Where have I gone on my life's journey? There's so much more than being an attorney. Long ago, I came to the realization that the journey is the destination. So enjoy the ride and smell the flowers. And make the most of all of your life's hours.
A moment in time. A moment in time, he said, is momentous. And you all heard line by line of all he said. Excellent. Very nice. Very nice. Okay, Dr. Humphrey, should we move along to some... Who wants to see Punjabi? Who wants to see Punjabi dance? All right, to entertain us is our next contestant with the traditional Punjabi dance, and his name is none other than handsome Harman Barar. Yeah, man, come on down. The place is right. I agree. I second that. All right. Uh-oh. Oh, sure. He does.
Hi guys, what's up? I'm gonna do something different. I'm gonna do it in ways. I don't know if you all understand or not, but please accept it. Thank you so much. We gotta go wait on the DJ. I'm sorry, guys. It's backstage.
ਸਾਨੂੰ ਉਹਦਾ ਵੀ ਪਿਆਰ ਨਾ ਬਤੋਲ ਕੇ ਕਿੰਨਾ ਗੱਡੀ ਦਾ ਸਪੀਕਰ ਤੇ ਬੋਲ ਕੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਉਹਦਾ ਵੀ ਪਿਆਰ ਨਾ ਬਤੋਲ ਕੇ ਕਿੰਨਾ ਗੱਡੀ ਦਾ ਸਪੀਕਰ ਤੇ ਬੋਲ ਕੇ ਮੈਂ ਕਹਿੰਦੀ ਗੱਲੇ ਜ਼ਿੰਦਗੀ ਦੇ ਮੋੜ ਨੂੰ ਯਾਰ ਤੇਰੇ ਨਾਲ ਦਿਲ ਖੋਲ ਕੇ ਕੀ ਲਾਗੇ ਦਿਲ ਪੱਕ ਵਾਲੀਏ ਬੰਦੇ ਟੰਗਰੇ ਕਦੀ ਦੀ ਡਿੱਗੀ ਖੋਲ ਕੇ ਲਾਗੇ ਦਿਲ ਪੱਕ ਵਾਲੀਏ ਬੰਦੇ ਟੰਗਰੇ ਕਦੀ ਦੀ ਡਿੱਗੀ ਖੋਲ ਕੇ ਲਾਗੇ ਦਿਲ ਪੱਕ ਵਾਲੀਏ ਬੰਦੇ ਟੰਗਰੇ ਕਦੀ ਦੀ ਡਿੱਗੀ ਖੋਲ ਕੇ ਐਸੀ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਨੱਚਦੀਆਂ ਬੋਤਲਾਂ ਨਾਲ ਰੱਖੀ ਦੇ ਗਲਾਸ ਵਿੱਚ ਕੱਟ ਦੇ ਆਰੇ ਕੱਟਿਆਂ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਲੂਨਾਰੀਆਂ ਰੰਗ ਬੰਨ ਤੇਰੇ ਨਾਲ ਦੇਸੀ ਕੱਟ ਦੇ ਹਵਾ ਕਰਾਈ ਹੱਡੀ ਮਜੂਦਦਾ ਉਹ ਯਾਰਾ ਪਿੱਟੀ ਜੀ ਦੁੱਧ ਮੋੜ ਕੇ ਲਾਗੇ ਦਿਲ ਪੱਕ ਵਾਲੀਏ ਬੰਦੇ ਟੰਗਰੇ ਕਦੀ ਦੀ ਡਿੱਗੀ ਖੋਲ ਕੇ ਲਾਗੇ ਦਿਲ ਪੱਕ
Very well composed, Dr. Humphreys.
All right, so our next contestant is going to do or to show you some woodwork. So Craig Kelly, if you would, sir. Oh, there he is. All right. The cards are in the back if you need some work done at home. You know who to call now. All right, so now moving on, we are now going to have a presentation of salsa with Mario Granedas. Come and salsalize us.
Sorry.
Frank Kelly.
How are you, everybody? The song that I'm gonna dance is called La Soledad. And I gotta tell you a little bit about the story about the song. There's always a girl behind everything. So, yes, there's always a girl behind everything. So, I'm a student. It's also my personal studies. So, we look good? Yes. So it is thanks to her. And she's the one encouraging me. She's one of my students. She's the one encouraging me to come over here before and be part of Mr. DC. And for that, I'm going to call her to stage. Come on in. One love. She's the lady behind everything. She's the angel.
Yeah, actually, thank you, Omario. So Omario is one of our clients that we style. I'm a fashion designer and men's personal style goddess. And he's also my dance teacher. So being a businesswoman, it's very difficult to switch energy after business hours. So, and dancing is part of my therapy. And when I danced with Omario for the first time, who I met through my best friend, I said, oh my gosh, Omario, your energy is so caveman. It just makes me surrender and give in, and I want to be a woman. And he's such a caveman because he doesn't really talk much. And so when I heard about this, I just thought, oh my gosh, Dan should participate and Omario. And those were the two that came to my mind. And I told Omario, I said, it's about your energy and I want you to show it on stage through the dancing because you're so good at it. And I've seen him transform women who are very strong and masculine within one song, and they're like goddesses. So I hope that he can demonstrate this energy because I'm not very easy to tame, so.
Thank you. So as you can see, there's always a story behind everything. Música, maestro.
And ladies and gentlemen, we are going to announce 3 winners. So we're going to start with number 3, the 3 finalists, I should say.
3 finalists.
So we will start with number 3, then number 2, and then number 1. Yes, I'm going to make sure this gets done. All right. So number 3 is Push. And number 2, Daniel. Number 1, 2, now, ladies and gentlemen, please hold on. We're going to do number 1.
We are going to now crown
Dan.
winner.
Dan.
Number 2, and now we're going to announce the winner, which is number 1.
Ryan.
Who will be crowned Mr. DC. Who?
Ryan. Dan. If it's not Dan, must be
Harman Baji!
If it's not Dan, Ryan.
And the winner, ladies and gentlemen, envelope.
Yasir.
Yasir. Yasir is the crowned Mr. DC.
Mr. DC 2022.
It was voted by online. But the judge and the last was the judge. I love you, baby.
Gentlemen, we have changed his place at 3 times during the course of the evening. The winner someone is a
He sold the most tickets.
Thank you. Thank you, my love. Thank you. Well, Mr. DC, Yashiro, winners the crown, and he will share a piece of his heart with everyone. Thank you.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Will all the judges like to come up?
Ladies and gentlemen, before we're going to close out now with a closing prayer, so please, if you would.
For a leader to go through life. Number one, as a thermometer, and number two, as a thermostat. The thermometer tells the temperature, measures the climate, but a thermostat sets the tone and creates the climate. That's who you are in the world, and you continue through God to use your minutes well. Jesus gave parables, which are stories. And so we have one here in our closing. Growing up as a little boy from Mississippi, I noticed there were two